Season 1 of Hell's Kitchen, the season that started it all, as not only was this season the birth of an amazing TV show, but it introduced the world to Gordon Ramsay. What's going on, guys? I'm FlynnMasters, and today, we'll be reliving the greatest moments from the OG season of Hell's Kitchen. Be sure to subscribe and like to support this new series, and with that, let's take a look back at the top 5 most iconic moments from Hell's Kitchen's inaugural season.
Bloody hell, here I go again.
While it may be a bit of a cop-out, I feel like I have to include the very first episode of the show's history. I'm sure many people who tuned into the premiere back in 2005 were very curious to see how a show about chefs cooking food could be labeled as hellish, but Gordon Ramsay made it very clear to the aspiring chefs and the viewers at home right away that Hell's Kitchen was no joke, and he would push the contestants to their limits to find his next head chef. This showed right away in this Dinner to Dish challenge, where Ramsay first showed off how ruthless he could be, and then of course these insults carried over into dinner service, as America would be shocked at the absolute baffling mistakes of these chefs, along with the customers dining, leading them to make the mistake of confronting Ramsay. This episode truly had it all, and gave us our first glimpse at the legendary show that Hell's Kitchen would become.
That is absolute dog. And how long have you been cooking?
About 10 years.
What a waste of 10 years. Get back in line.
Said yes, I
You
like
do, you
to eat
don't?
it.
You
I
keep it
don't,
on
I don't
or
like
what?
to eat it,
Come
but
here,
I keep
let
it
me
on
tell you
when I
something.
cook it.
Come here. Here we go. Talk to me.
It's really not that bad, Chef.
You've got a palate like a cow's backside. That is disgusting. It looks like a dehydrated camel's turd. Hold out your hands. There you go. Right, stand back. Excuse me. Does that look good to you? Why are you serving it to me? That looks like a dog's dinner. And you want to walk away winning a restaurant? So, get it in the bin.
How does this look, Chef Ramsay?
Yeah, what do you mean, how does this look? Hey, Andrew, I'm not going to run to you. I'm trying to run the hot plate here, so would you be so kind to come and talk to me? Is that clear? You come to me. Is that clear?
Yes, it is, Chef.
Good. Now, what was the question?
Is this acceptable to you?
I'll let you know. Now, off. Well
Chef.
done. Can you just for 30 seconds?
Get some olive top it on.
Let's go. Just ignore these bimbos. I hurt your friend's
Yes.
feelings. Yeah?
Yeah,
Why?
she's very upset because you told her off.
Oh, really? Did I? Tell her I meant it.
Yeah, all right, I'll tell her.
Jean-Philippe Soufflet, can you escort these two ladies, please? Back to plastic surgery.
Ladies, please.
I'm shutting down the kitchen. I'm not prepared to see any more food coming out.
Unfortunately, the kitchen is closed.
No, I'm not getting my rare beef Wellington. You are kidding me.
The final 6 service and elimination was really a whirlwind of emotions, leading to some very interesting reactions to the eventual elimination. It started with sous chef Scott having his first true iconic angry moment, as he scolded the blue team, specifically Andrew when he caught him covering the latch to the storage room with masking tape.
What are you doing? Get that tape off of there. And get the back in there. You think I'm stupid? You blew it, pay the consequences. Got it?
Yes, Chef. Chef, I'm going to bring those down right now.
No, you're not, because Andrew just ruined it for you because he was taping the door. When you need him, you got to come in here and get one.
But then during service, it was announced that it would be the blue versus red team menu, which would go on to be a staple dinner service theme, and this episode proved why it was such great TV, as we actually saw a double turn in this episode, which in wrestling terms, refers to when a good guy turns bad and a bad guy turns good in the same instance. Ralph, who was a likable hardworking chef all season, refused to listen to his teammates when making the menu, while Andrew, who had been an arrogant brat all season, saw his HK dream come to an end really through no fault of his own, since Ralph made him make dishes he wasn't comfortable with, leading to the audience to actually feel a bit sympathetic for him during his admittedly savage elimination.
It's braised salmon.
I think I'm not big on salmon myself.
This was supposed to be a group effort, but it was more of a group effort underneath Ralph.
You're poaching the fish in something that big. You're not going to take me down tonight.
If I say 3 minutes on our plate, it's 3 minutes on our plate, okay?
It wasn't difficult to poach the halibut. It just wasn't about to get done in 4 minutes.
I didn't want the halibut. I didn't want the
Why didn't you do it?
poaching. He didn't want to do it braised. He didn't
It's your
want,
dish, man.
I got outpounded. I wasn't going to do that in front of him, in front of everybody, like that. More integrity than that. He didn't. He sat there like a sissy. He stood there and he said nothing because he knew he was wrong. I'm sick of taking so many falls for stupid ideas of his. And I have to tell you the honest truth that right now I feel like I'm on the Ralph team. And that's not a good feeling because that dish wasn't me. It wasn't mine. It wasn't what I wanted.
I executed 23 of the entrees. I did my job. No shortcuts, no crying. Just doing it like a pro.
First day I met you, Andrew, you're not the kind of big-headed, arrogant little that likes to be steamrolled. That Ralph manipulated your dish into becoming a poached halibut.
Chef, it's like I said.
Andrew, give me your jacket.
Maybe I wasn't as successful in the kitchen, but I gotta tell you, I think I had the more integrity tonight. I said what needed to be said.
While season 1 was an overall good introduction to Ramsay, it wasn't really until season 2 that he took off into the rage man we know him as today. Nonetheless, he still had two very iconic moments, one with dealing with a donkey, and one with dealing with an asshole, the two stereotypes that Ramsay would absolutely own over the next 20 plus seasons. Starting with the asshole, Jeff would be the first of many chefs to let the elements get to them, and instead of pushing through service and understanding that Ramsay meant nothing personal with his insults and it was all business, Jeff called it quits in the middle of service, telling Ramsay off in the process.
I was working on it. He pushed me aside to help me.
Now he's blaming Michael.
I'm not blaming anybody, Chef.
The longer you're here, the worse you're getting. You know, you've cooked nothing exact yet. Nothing has come out of that kitchen right yet. You know that. Your timing, you jumped up and has just stuffed the dining room. You gonna go then? You gonna run?
No. I'm gonna finish out service.
Oh, really? Why?
Because I'm not a quitter.
You're not a cook either.
What was that?
What did you say?
You don't like me. I don't know what to tell you. You're
Unbelievable.
That is not cool. Send my home. I've had enough of it.
Show, please.
And then later that season, we got the first true WTF moment from a chef, as Winnie Jo made a comment that still lives on in HK infamy nearly 20 years later.
Why is the spaghetti not in there yet?
The water's not at a rolling
The
boil.
water's not boiling.
Yeah.
Why did you put cold water in there?
I thought cold water was supposed to boil faster than hot water.
What?
Jeff, well, I had to laugh at the end when he called me. I've been called far worse than that. Wendy, well, you know, it's about time I put you out your misery.
Since Hell's Kitchen is indeed so brutal, it does give the chefs a chance to grow, and in general learn so much about themselves as they push it to the limit, and oftentimes, this is what separates the early boots from the underdogs, and this was seen right away with Elsie Ramos. While not many contestants this season had much fine dining experience, Elsie had literally zero line cooking knowledge at all, and being she was a stay-at-home mom, her lack of experience and the likelihood of being the most intimidated by Ramsay, she seemed like a for sure early boots on paper. However, while she definitely wasn't perfect, Elsie fought hard in HK, winning the first best of the worst, earning the black jacket, and getting the first ever true praise from Ramsay during her departure.
After an hour and a half serving your starters, you're very competent. Elsie, risotto looks delicious. Paella over here. Yep, over here. Very nice, that Elsie, yes.
Hey, like my paella.
I made a traditional chicken soup, my hangover special.
All these people have tarragon and they're using all these fancy, you know, yeah, this is braised beef with blah, 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 blah. And I've got chicken soup.
That's delicious.
Thank you, Chef.
A real hearty and warm, substantial soup. Elsie, congratulations.
Thank you.
I'd pay for that dish. You've come a long way. And for a woman that's never spent an hour in a professional kitchen, you impressed me. And behind that, you touched my heart.
Thank you, Chef. Appreciate it.
Elsie, I'm proud of you.
Thank you. Coming into this, it was a long shot. And then I got as far as I did. I didn't win the restaurant, but I won, nonetheless.
But the most iconic moment from this season has to be the gameplay of Michael Ray. And yes, I said gameplay, not cooking, as even though he was a great chef, Michael's strategic play was so powerful that Ramsay and production would have to change the format of the show going forward. Michael not only nearly sabotaged the blue team's dinner service, but he single-handedly took out his biggest competition by nominating the strong Chris next to the lovable Elsie, and sabotaged Ralph at the pass during the finale test run, resulting in no more future test runs, and Ramsay himself would implement this strategy when testing the chefs at the pass going forward. While season 1 to its core is still the Hell's Kitchen we know today, it was definitely meant to be more of a game show as opposed to Ramsay's show, but Michael's incredible and ruthless gameplay would break the show, resulting in him becoming the first ever Hell's Kitchen winner.
I'd love to see it through the end where me and you shake hands and battle out. Yeah, no doubt. My second nominee is Chris.
Chris, give me your jacket. We're leaving Hell's Kitchen.
Michael is trying to figure out how to overcome his team's bad performance in the kitchen.
Dude, I'm gonna run them out of lasagna. I know what they're low on. I know what they're gonna be hurting on. Lasagna, hands down. It's a pain in the ass to make. I do recommend off of here, lasagna. I really fell in love with that. It's very good.
Fettuccine lasagna.
Okay.
It was clear that the red team tried to sabotage us. We just had so many orders of lasagnas coming in. You know, they're playing dirty.
I wanted to make risottos the whole night without crab. I was just seeing what I could slip past Ralph tonight.
He's telling me as well, how could you call it a crab risotto without crab in there?
On the risotto, did you taste it? Yes, I did, but I didn't. Come on, big boy. Taste it. Quick.
As Michael was celebrating the win of a restaurant, I realized that an individual of Michael's talent that I didn't want to let him get away.
So there you have it, guys, the 5 best moments from the first season of Hell's Kitchen. Be sure to subscribe and like if you enjoyed it, as this will be a new weekly series on my channel going forward, and leave a comment down below of any other moments you would have included. With all that said, take care everyone, and I'll see you next time.
Get out of there.